Hello, my name is Marcus and welcome to Tabletop Reviews, where today I am talking about another 2025 release. Although it's one of those that some people might regard as a 2024 release. It is of course Everdell Duo. Sometimes I wonder why I trying to keep it secret, because you've probably read the title. Anyways, this is Everdell Duo, and for the most part of the world is released in 2025. For most backers in the Kickstarter is released in 2025. So it's absolutely a 2025 game. I don't care what you say. It's why I hate then releasing it so early to some reviewers, because it causes this confusion. It's a 2025 release. Come on. Anyways, this is Everdell Duo. Let's get it to the table, see how it's set up and played. Alright, let's get the lid off here, and then we are introduced. There's a campaign book, some rule book, commercials from Tabletop Tycoon. Just put that to the side. I don't need that. And we have the board here, where is the damn symbol? So you'll have nothing up here or journey up here. And journey is for the 2-player competitive mode. So we'll bring that out here. Just bring these things to the side, not necessary right now. It's not one of the most. Okay, we have some stuff here. And some stuff here. I think we can remove the rest. Alright. Okay, so start off with this bag here. Got these 4 tokens right here, and these are sort of the seasons. As you can see, there's fall and summer and winter, and you will put them in order, starting with okay, just starting right here. Just need to remember to put it in the correct order. Bam. Now the other side is for the cooperative or something play. This is for what's it called? Competitive play. Goddamn. Right. Yeah, we just bring out these here. Alright, this is a Sun and a Moon token. They'll start all the way to the left and move to the right. Then we have this big ass pile of water, so to speak, tiles. So, there's many. There are a lot. So these will be put sort of face down over here, and the top 2 will be swapped over. I'm not gonna orderly form it into a pile, but that's probably what you should do. And they will just be placed over here, each of them having different abilities, so changing up what you can and can't do by placing a worker down. Alright, now for the most in-depth goddamn part of this set up. Alright, so first of all, there is this event thing called Journey. You will put that at the Journey spot. And then there's the one called Fair. The Fair. And what you have, and then you will take those 5 plus the fair one, put them into a pile, shuffle them up, and then distribute them randomly across at the top here. Oh my god. Alright, now it's time for the cards. So shuffle up all the cards. And then you have a whole, now I'm messing it all up. Alright. And you have a bunch of marked in spaces on the board, which are very difficult to see. They're actually a lot easier to see on camera than with the naked eye. But you'll place a card at each of these. At the top. And at the bottom here. And in a pile like there. Each player will start with an amount of cards, which is the thing that I can never remember. But that's not important. Here you have all the resources, put them somewhere close. You have these door thingies, put them somewhere neat close. on all the points, put them close to the board, and then of course you have all of your figurines right here, turtle and hare. So pass them along, and the turtle or the hare starts something. The turtle probably starts, and now you're ready to start. So how do you play? Well, on your turn you can do three things. You can place a worker, you can draw a card, or you can play a card. Let's start off with placing a worker. You can do that on any one of the sort of spots here. I'll take one of the water one. They look like that. Little footprint in them. And each of them will do something differently. So the main ones is down here. This one gives you 3 logs. This one gives you either 2 resin or 2 berries. This one lets you draw a card from the pile and take a random resource. This one lets you draw a card from the meadow. This is this part, and take one of these doors. How they work, I'll get to in a second. Up top here you have 1 log, 1 resin, 1 pebble, 1 berry, a card from the pile, a card from the clearing, and also you get to claim any one of these events if you place a worker up here. If of course you live up to their requirements. And let's just take a requirement like this one, which says more something. So this one it's critters and those door things. You need to have 5 at least in total. You need to have at least 1 of each. And you need to have the most of both players by the time you claim it. So this is not sort of a Catan thing where now this person has more than you, so he takes it from you, no, you claim it, and it's yours. So that's an example of something with more. You also have this one, which specifically says 3 cards with this type on it. You can see it has a type right there. It also shows if it's a house or a critter. I'll just show you a critter here, just to show you that symbol, right, from the other one. So that's just 3 of that type. You have 5 houses. The fair, which is always there, is 1 of each symbol. There are 5 symbols in total, so 1 of each you get to claim the fair. And the journey is one that's only available at the end. It's sort of an in-game thing. Alright, so that's where you can place down and you grab it. Now, when you do that, when you place a worker, you move the sun 1 step forward, and a step is in between cards. You can see that's a step, that's a step, that's a step, right? And once the sun reaches the end, you can now no longer place workers. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots, and each person has 3 workers. So that's exactly enough. So what's up with it? We'll get to that. First, you can also play a card. The way you play a card is, I'm just going to take the one here. You pay the cost that is up here. This is 1 log and 2 resin. Or alternatively, if you have already this is a building, as you can see. Building. I already had that one built, and I had one of these. The door thingy-majigs. I could place the door on the building and play a critter, now these, for free, no matter the building. You are allowed to build from your hand or from the meadow surrounding these ones. So from the meadow right now would be these 2. If it were moved, one of them were moved up, it would be one of these 4, right? If this one was over here and this one was just here, it would be out of these 2 or one of these 4. I think you understand. When you play a card, you move the moon token 1 step forward. And the final thing is drawing a card. So you can draw a card from the deck or from around the meadow where these ones are positioned. And when you draw a card, you choose which one moves. So to disturb your opponent a little bit, you may have placed enough workers. You would move the sun token forward, meaning that now 1 less worker can be placed. Yeah, that's how that works. And that's basically how you play the game, honestly. Now, some of the cards have instant action, some of them have ongoing action, some of them have like this. When you place something on it, you can place your worker on it, it's called, and then you give something to the opponent, you give a point to the opponent. And these ones down here change all the time. Well, that's basically how you play. At the start of each turn, described in detail with these ones, you get a perk. The one that starts the round gets only 1, and the ones that doesn't start the round gets 2. You can see, and here's another example of the second round. Yeah, 4 rounds in, and the game ends. And then you count out all the points, and of course you have a look at Journey. So this one basically says, more cards in hand and your city. Your city has all the played cards, and your hand is of course the one you have in hand. I mean, shouldn't explain. The one who has the most cards combined through all of those gets these extra 5 points. Whoever has the most amount of points at the end of the all wins. And that's how we play Everdell Duo. And basically also how we play Everdell actually. And there we go. That is Everdell Duo setup and game there. Let's talk about it. So the setup I want to talk about, and you know that when I'm doing a normal ass review like this and I talk about the setup, it's a bad thing because it's just a task up top. I understand saying like there's these 2 tasks, they need to be in every game for balance aspects, and then we want to shuffle the rest. Why do I need to shuffle 4 different piles, even if it was 5 piles, 4 different piles, take them out, shuffle that pile with another card, another tile added in, and then distribute them? Why is it not just one big, just go draw out 4 and add the last one, or 5, whatever, add the last one and shuffle those? I don't get it. I also think maybe that water pot, it's a good thing that it changes around. Every round there's a new thing on there, but it's just a really large pile of a very small thing that's difficult to shuffle. So those 2 aspects of the setup is annoying to me. The rest is just, you know, it's a pile of cards. They are small cards, but it is a small game, so that's whatever. But yeah, for the large part, there isn't these massive moving parts. There is just these 2 parts of it, where I just think that could have been more streamlined. That could have been done in a better way. But let's go on to the gameplay and what I like about it. So first of all, what I like about it is that it absolutely feels like Everdell. In a lot of ways, when you get these duo or dual or whatever games, it doesn't quite feel like the original game. Like it is, okay, you're going off the theme or maybe even the name, you're making a different game, and sure there's some similarities to the original, like I would compare to Seven Wonders and Seven Wonders Duel, where yeah, it's the same theme and you can see that some of the cards go through. They're very, very different games, and you're not necessarily going to like both of them equally, or even just like both of them, because they're quite different. But with Everdell Duo and regular Everdell, it definitely feels like the same game. You have the events that you want to try and accomplish, you have an amount of workers that you place out, and you know, it's just a cycle of the sun and the moon moving, and that changing the round, that's a bit different. But you're still building these cards, and you can still use those doors to put in critters for free, and it feels like Everdell but modified, and I like that. It's because I like Everdell, and therefore I also like Everdell Duo. What I will say is that those doors are very difficult to get a hold of. Maybe we played it incorrectly, maybe there was a setup that I missed or something. They just don't seem to be very easily available, and that means that somebody is going to sit and just lose out. I mean, I had like 6 plays down at the end, and my wife had nothing, almost nothing. So that just means I get more cards automatically like that. Yeah. And of course there is the thing of a fresh deck. You should always just shuffle it like crazy, because at the start they're all together. I mean, we had some card colors missing, and that's just because I didn't shuffle it correctly. That has nothing to do with the game. That's just how you produce cards, so you should always shuffle properly. But yeah, it just feels a lot like it. I should, by the way, be absolutely clear here. I just played it at 2-player competitive. I know there is a campaign and a cooperative mode and stuff. This was a 2-player competitive game. That's all we've played for it. That's all I'm gonna play with it. I'm not overly fancy about campaigns. Looking to my Lord of the Rings, the card game Saga expansions that I recently got. I don't like campaigns. Actually, they're up there, so they might actually be in view of the camera, I'm not sure. But back to this, yeah. Gameplay works perfectly, and it's the same cards we recognize from Everdell, which I love. So it's still, yeah, it feels like Everdell, but in a small package for 2 players, which makes it easy to get to the table opposite the massive fuck off box that I have on top of my shelves, which I love, but actually does like invite me to play it more. Why do I have that? Because I'm bad with money. But yeah, Everdell do great little game here. So let's talk about the theme of it. And the theme of it is, of course, these critters or anthropomorphic animals, as we like to call it. And you know, does it shine through the theme? There isn't really any other theme to it, right? It's sort of city building. I don't know if that's a theme you can call it. And it kind of shines through. I mean, you are building these buildings, and as soon as the building shows up, you have the possibility of getting just a crit and move in. But you're also incentivizing them to move in with food. I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? You want people to live somewhere when you need food. So, thematically, there is something there with these anthropomorphic animals, and the artwork is very amazing. I believe it's Andrew Bosley who makes the artwork for this one. It doesn't say on the box, of course, but I believe it's Andrew Bosley who makes the artwork for it, and it's amazing artwork that draws you into this world of Everdell, and I love that. I mean, it's why I'm constantly thinking about getting Everdell Far Shore or the new Silver Frost. I'm constantly thinking about it because it looks amazing. So maybe, but it's the same game. But Everdell do, man, it lives on mostly the artwork and the theme of anthropomorphic animals. I mean, I love it, and it involves it can be made to be different, so to speak. That's a bad word for it, but the theme is one that's very open. You can do many things with the anthropomorphic animals. Most people decide to have them live out in the woods and build cities out there, and just be animals that just happen to wear clothes. But that's the same with Everdell, and that's a classic way of interpreting the anthropomorphic animals. But it doesn't change the fact that it's really good. I love their hare versus tortoise theme that is about it. Very fitting, very fitting. So yeah, love this theme, of course. I mean, it's animals and yeah, but it's not something that shines through in the gameplay. Have I talked enough about theme now? I think I have. Let's talk about components. And I already mentioned the artwork, which is amazing. Again, I do believe it's Andrew Bosley, but there just isn't. Did I put down who art by Andrew Bosley and Enga Dirasa. That's not correct. But it was Andrew Bosley, as I said, and I don't know who that is. Sorry. But amazing artwork that really makes it pop through. Most of the cardboard things that are in it are decently thick, so when you pop them out, there's no problem in that, and they are used easily throughout. And of course, you have the little figurines for the tortoise and the hare, and they are very good, sturdy wooden figurines that have a very distinct shape to them. You're not going to be confused by the shape of them in case you have a bad time seeing the colors. And then of course you have the cards, which are the small cards, but again, it's a small game, so fine, but I just hate small cards. I have large hands, it doesn't work. I can't do that. Feels like a digger card, oh my god. But they're good quality, like it's a good quality card, so components are top notch, amazing. Does it light you? I mean, first of all, it is a 2-player game. There is no components in here to play at more than 2, and I think the way they've done the ending of the round with moving the sun and moon token, it probably wouldn't be balanced at 3. So it, you know, they've really set it up to be this is a 2-player game, and I love it for it. Let's just see if there's any indication of time. 1 to 2 players actually, but this is a 2-player game. I'm not taking that back. It is 10 up and about 30 minutes playtime. 10 and up, sure, maybe. It is a less complicated version of Everdell, so to speak. And you can very one-on-one teach someone. So that's probably where it is. But I would probably put away about an hour to play it. You still go through a lot of things and a lot of things to think about. So I would put away an hour, not 30 minutes, time say, whatever, for it. So where are we at? My final score for it, probably. Well, I am Everdell. I believe I give a 9 to. I don't think I've done a review of it actually. But Everdell Duo, where do I put this one? Well, it is Everdell in a smaller box for 2 players, and I don't think it suffers from it. I think it very expertly subverts this large game to quite a smaller game, and I think it just remains a very solid game, so I'm giving Everdell Duo a 9 out of 10 as well. And well, for now it is staying in my collection. A 2-player game is always welcome for me and my wife. And that is the review. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!